And cut! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is my version of a character from a classic horror movie, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's a super simple look, great for those of you who don't want to look too scary. If you want to know how I created this look, keep on watching. Please also remember to subscribe to my channel for more fun tutorials. Thank you so much! Let's get started by getting these baby hairs out of my face. Recently, I've been loving this method where I use hair gel to smooth everything back. It feels so neat and really helps my hair stay in place, especially under wigs and stuff. So next, I primed my face with a color correcting primer in green from NYX to neutralize the redness in my skin. I used a faux white liner to section my face and neck into the Jekyll and Hyde bits. I'll list all my products down below so you can refer easily. On the Jekyll side of my face, I used NYX's Total Control Drop Foundation and blended it with the accompanying brush, and then used a peach toned corrector under my eyes that I patted in with my ring finger. Then I used their no filter finishing powder to set everything. After all, the good and handsome Dr. Jekyll needs flawless skin too, right? I primed my eye with Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I used a black eyeliner pencil to draw in some thick and manly eyebrows. Then I went in with an angled brush to smudge the lines upwards to mimic brow hairs and make the brow look less manicured. I contoured under my cheekbones, my jawline, and my forehead, and also shaded a U shape under my cheeks to give the illusion of full and jolly cheeks. I also darkened my crease with a few matte brown shades of contour powder as well as eyebrow powder. You can use any eyeshadow or powder as long as it's matte. I used a dense and flat eye brush to bring the shadow on my lower lash line as well as my upper lash line. Then using NYX's matte black liner, I lined my lower and upper lash lines and smudged it out with the same brush. Lastly, I patted a matte bone-colored eyeshadow on my eyelid and under my brow. I used a peachy blush on my cheek and then used the same black eyeliner pencil that I used for my brow hairs to draw in part of a mustache and some manly-looking facial hairs. Then, I used the same angled brush to smudge it out a little and then went back in again to layer more hair-like strokes on top with the eyeliner pencil. And this, ladies, is Dr. Henry Jekyll. Moving on to Hyde, I mixed NYX's SFX cream color in black and white to get a light grey shade, which I blended in with a damp beauty blender. Just before I got to my ear, I remembered I should remove my earring because, well, who wants a grey diamond? I blended the grey paint all over my ear, neck, lips, and the part of my shoulder that would be exposed. I also put a little on my hair for good measure. Next, I set everything with my favorite RCMA no color powder. I always take a huge breath and then hold it for the duration of the whole setting. I had to take a few breaths because there was just such a huge area to set. You want to make sure you set every part of your face and body that has makeup. Then, I started sketching in my evil Hyde eyebrow with the same black liner pencil, smudging it and adding hair-like strokes with the same angled brush, and finally finishing off with some pencil strokes. I used a fluffy brush and matte black eyeshadow to contour under my cheekbones as well as at my jawline and temples. Then, using a flat eyeshadow brush, I drew in some wrinkles on my forehead with the same black eyeshadow. To do this, I wrinkled my face to see where the real wrinkles actually appeared and then exaggerated everything that I saw. Then it was time for some eye bags and nose wrinkles. I used a small angled brush to achieve a finer line. I went back in with a flat eyeshadow brush to shade in some laugh lines and more nose wrinkles. I was trying to make the tip of my nose appear more bulbous and hideous, because Edward Hyde is supposed to look really ugly and grotesque. I went back in with a small angled brush and the black eyeshadow to define the wrinkles even more and to add in darker, messy eyebrow hairs. Then I decided that the brush wasn't fine enough and swapped it for a pointy detail brush instead. I used that to define all the wrinkles that I had previously drawn. I went over them in various layers of different brush strokes to give them a more realistic and shadowy look. Next, it was time to darken the eye area by shading the socket with black eyeshadow. I faded the intensity from the outside in to give the illusion of a sunken eye socket. Then I darkened the nose wrinkles and laugh lines and followed the same process to add wrinkles to my neck as well, along with some contouring in the collarbone area. I used the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Black Bean as a dark base for the eyeshadow and blended it out with my ring finger. I finished off by lining my eyes with NYX's matte black liner and used it to darken the socket lines and wrinkles. Fang time! I used Wolf FX Hydra colors for all the detail work. I first outlined the shape of my mouth in black and thickened the lips. I wanted Hyde to have black lips instead of red because it seemed more evil to me. Plus, The movie is an old horror classic, so I wanted to subtly give the look that old black and white vintage vibe. I used a tiny nail art brush to draw in the outlines and the fangs, and then filled in the space between the upper and lower fangs with black paint. I also shaded the gum line, outlined the lips, and added lip lines and cheek lines. I mixed a dark red face paint for the gums and re-outlined the wrinkles with a nail art brush and black paint. I also lined around the eye socket. Then I drew in more laugh line wrinkles to make it look like I was laughing really widely in an evil manner. These lines involved a very long and repetitive process of drawing with black paint, smudging them out, defining them again, blending them out, and then redefining. This was the first time I had ever attempted a look like that, or any scary look for that matter, so I was really taking this chance to experiment and see where it went. Finally, it was time to highlight those wrinkles. I used NYX's Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk and a pointy brush to do this, basically just adding white to the part of the wrinkles that I wanted to look raised. Don't forget to highlight the tip of that bulbous nose and under those bushy eyebrows. With white face paint, I went over the fangs again and made more highlights with the wrinkles. I just painted thin white lines at random places to highlight the raised bits of the wrinkles even more. I did this at all the highlight points from earlier, including the eye bags and under the eyebrows. With black eyeshadow, I deepened the border of the lips and then added some messy beard hairs to my chin, both sides of my jaw, down my neck, and up the sides of my face. In the original story, Edward Hyde is supposedly really hairy. Then, I intensified the darkness of my eye socket further and added NYX's Epic Ink Liner to my upper and lower lash line and eye bags. I loved the look of the fine liner so much that I decided to add even more fine and messy hairs to my brows and beard. Next, I swapped that for NYX's That's the Point eyeliner to add thicker lines to my mustache and neck, draw in some lip lines, and across the two sides as transition or transformation lines. I also used a faux white liner and a flesh-toned lippy to further enhance the transformation effect. Then, I added extra wrinkles to fill up the empty space and laughed an evil laugh. I pinned up the faded bits of my dyed hair on the Hyde side so I'd look like a lunatic. And then, Edward Hyde was complete. Oh, wait, no, we're not done yet. Okay, well, I guess I wanted to change my Jekyll mustache and thin it out, and add more transformation detail to my neck, and of course, draw in my shirt. For this, I used RCMA Aqua Color in white for the shirt, matte black eyeshadow for definition and shading, and eyeliner for drawing in the collar, bow, and buttons. And then I was done. And this is my version of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I chose this because, well, it wasn't so scary because I hate horror movies. And also, I kind of like the meaning behind the show, you know, how we all have a good side and a bad side and you have to choose. Yeah, that resonates with me. So anyway, I hope you've liked watching this and that it was helpful to you somehow or you picked up a new tip. Please tag me in your looks if you recreate this, and if you're wearing this out, have a great time, you guys! Last but not least, please subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram if you're not already. I hope to keep creating really fun and interesting stuff for YouTube, so please subscribe, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!